Oh, we live. Oh, we live. You know what I'm saying? On a Friday, you know what I mean? Friday afternoon, Friday evening, whatever you call it. We live in these streets. What's going on? You already know what it is. IlFam79, your social media choice on Anderson, the podcast, and Captain Brew, Albano, Brew Diamond, Phillips, Sticky, Dragon, Steamboat, Pod Sham, Pod, God's favorite podcast, the Potty Potty podcast, Chew Bubblegum. And I'm all out of dentine ice. And y'all see who we got building. The Chocolate City Champion.
Oh man,
And what's going on, brother?
I can't do nothing with that intro. That was what's up? I know I could just do my full name. That's a long enough intro. Cristobal Joel Andino La Fompayano Santos. But it's easier if you just say Andino. Yeah.
Absolutely.
I got the Chocolate City champion, the EWA Maryland champion, the true holder of the Pan African World Diaspora Wrestling Championship. the future two-time SWA Mid-Atlantic Heavyweight Champion, the soon-to-be Wrestling Lab Champion. Because I need my match again. Yeah, so that works. Yeah, how about that? Yeah.
So let me ask you a question. Just to kind of kick things off after that intro. And I it does sound ridiculous for me to say, can I ask you a question in an interview, right?
Now you got manners. You was raised right.
Absolutely. Is this your second reign as Chocolate City champion, or is this still the first? I gotta ask.
Now I understand there's some confusion there. It is Maryland sanctioned rules, right? Since we moved out of DC, we run by Maryland sanctioned rules. And as previously stated, but confusion to some people, per the Maryland Athletic Commission, not me, not anyone who likes it or dislikes it, but the people who's in charge of these decisions, my title reign is completely intact and unhindered. The match with Gabriel Kai did not count because it was finalized by a non-commissioned referee.
Right.
So the match is completely thrown out.
Brother Kazan, like that.
He's not a referee.
He's not. He just got.
You have to go through the Maryland Commission to be approved as a referee with a full-blown license. Referees have licenses in Maryland.
So he got overzealous and just got excited.
He thought he was Paul Heyman, but we wasn't in Philly.
Okay.
We have rules here in the DMV.
Okay.
We're not Neanderthals that think the Eagles are a good football team.
That is a fact.
These are the things that happen in places where there's some damn structure. So if you don't like it, take that nonsense to Philly, where their version of celebrating victories is destroying their own city.
Yo, they ate when they won the.
Who does that? Who does that? How many times? Listen, look, we here in the DMV, right? I'm not a hockey fan, but the Capitals have won a bunch of championships in my lifetime, and I haven't seen these people destroy the city not once because of it.
No,
have some composure. Act like you've been here before.
Yeah, the Philly dudes ate horse doo-doo when they won. I didn't know what they was doing. Y'all do when they excited? It's just cheesesteaks and horse doo-doo. That's all y'all like?
Did you see? You're a Cowboys fan. When during your 5 championships, did you see people destroy the state of Texas or any?
No, they took their cowboy hats off, made a circle, put it back on. Said, good job, Emmitt Smith. You know what I mean? That's it. That's all I saw.
It's almost like winners know how to behave.
Winners
crazy.
Like you've been there before.
You know. But hey, whatever.
So speaking of Philly, right?
Yes,
a great deal of the wrestling world just got back from Philadelphia.
Yes, they did.
Did you partake in any of the Philadelphian yourself?
I because of personal reasons, I kept my Philly mania very short. I did my obligations. I had my match that was hosted by PWI's head editor. I might be saying his job title incorrectly. But the PWI show, as people called it, Trashylvania, that was hosted south of Philly north of Philly in New Jersey.
Was that Richfield Park?
Yes, I participated. It was me versus Eel. It then turned into an impromptu tag team match. It's on IWTV, but originally it was supposed to be me and Eel, and we were both defending our championships. It was title for title, and it got ruined because Eel's a sore loser. But that's between him and his little wild card. That's cute. I had that too. But, hey, like I said, winners know how to act.
So there's a lot of history in the area, titles and whatnot. where I guess what's going on
Excuse me.
with the Chocolate City Championship?
Say that one more time.
What's going on with the Chocolate City Championship, folks? Um, because I heard some noise. Some folks coming forward this week, and we'll get to that, man. But
Mhm.
how do you feel like you've done, like with that championship? What I'm saying, since you've had it.
I mean, the easy thing to do would be to just rattle off my stats and like discredit the previous owner and knock anyone who's tried for the championship. But for as much as people think I'm a bad person, all I've tried to do with the Chocolate City Championship is promote, present, and platform talented DMV guys that people should pay attention to. If you look at the people I've wrestled, it's been nothing but people you should have already heard about. Like, I can't tell you how many times after a match with me for the Chocolate City Championship, someone's stock has raised.
Hmm.
So all I've tried to do is be what everyone else in DMV wrestling pretends to be. I'm actually trying to put on for the Capital region. And I know it makes people upset because I'm not even from here, and I'm a better representative of this place than the people that are from here.
Hmm.
Like it probably hurts. I'm like Carmelo Anthony for wrestling. I'm
Uh-oh.
not from here, but like y'all love me like I'm from here, and I put in real time in these streets. So y'all tell people I'm from here.
Hey, please stop telling people. Carmelo keep telling people he from New York. Man, come on, stop
They
lying.
they he's from Baltimore, right?
He is
But
100%.
his birth certificate and his childhood says that he's from Brooklyn.
See, technicality. I mean, Michael Jordan was born in Brooklyn, but he's
But
from
North
East Carolina.
Carolina treat him like they his son. See, me, I was born and raised in New York, right?
Mhm.
Like actually, like I didn't come out here until like the end of middle school, going into high school.
Okay.
All my lessons that I apply come from New York, and I don't speak like I'm from here, right? I barely speak like I'm from New York. But
Right. Because I ain't
but
never
my
heard you
but
give me ask for no chopped cheese and bacon, egg, and cheese and all that.
I do all that though.
My
but
man.
but the biggest thing I've always noticed is, so I like to say Chris Andino, Marina's son, he's from Brooklyn.
Hmm.
Andino, the performer that y'all know, he from the DMV. You know
All
what I'm
right.
saying?
So on the spot question, and I always hate people do this to me.
Mhm.
Can you give me the top 5 differences between New York and DC, or New York and the DMV?
uh well, we don't feel like passionately about like attaching our tri-state area.
Mhm.
Like you don't hear New Yorkers go DC, New Jersey, Massachusetts. Like
Right.
we don't have this brotherhood with our tri-state area.
Well, that's not really the case, right?
Mhm.
Like
No.
here,
I know it's referred to as the DMV, but I know y'all like to push Virginia, kind of like y'all not really there. And then I know that y'all treat Baltimore like it's its own entity. Like that was explained to me. I do understand that. I know it's really,
yes, I'm
I know
not,
it's
because I'm not from the DMV.
yeah, I know it's more Maryland and DC,
Mhm.
and then kind of everybody else. I look
So
at I look at the
the
DC Maryland relationship similar to the North, specifically North Jersey and New York City relationship.
right,
You get what I'm saying? Like we share teams and stuff like that.
right.
But like that's kind of it. But like everything else, nah, that's them and that's them. Yeah, you know what I mean? Like I look at it more like that. Like the closest comparison I could think of. But the
Yeah.
food is different.
Mhm.
The people are different, but there are some similarities, and I think that's why like I feel so comfortable out here. And I think that's why like the biggest part of my DMV fan base is DC, because like those people's mentality is very similar to like how I was raised. So like I feel comfortable with like all my friends from the DMV, including my wife, they're from DC. Like these are the
Mm.
people that I get the most along with. So
Yeah, the one thing that I don't think DC gets credit for enough is being a
mhm.
fly city.
No,
DC
DC's
is a
awesome.
DC is a fly city.
Yeah.
It's interesting, right? Because DC is surrounded by Maryland, and of course,
Hmm.
that's a great deal of
Hmm.
why things are the way it is. But like, yeah, like the DMV is like the top is like Laurel,
Hmm.
you know what I'm saying, and then like the bottom is like Alexandria.
Yeah.
So it's almost like the DMV is almost a separate state, like it
Yeah.
should be. You know what I'm
But
saying? Because
depending on what side of DC you live in, you probably had friends from Virginia or Maryland growing up, and
absolutely.
like two completely different states, depending on what side of DC you grew up in. You know what I'm saying? So nah, but for me, I love DC. Um, I got lucky that I had the right friends when I came over here. They introduced me to what I view as the best nightlife.
Mm.
DC. Like, listen, listen. I'm married now. That's before me. That's back in the day. But I had a lot of fun. I had a lot of
Absolutely, man. Go down
fun.
your street and yeah,
Yeah.
yep. Anyway, when you go home,
hmm
like New York, what's that
hmm
first? You know what I mean? You go and see your peoples, but what's
I
that
go straight.
first thing you have to do when you get there?
I go to my uncle's bodega.
Ah,
Yeah. Yeah, I'm Puerto Rican and Dominican, so of course I have an uncle that has a bodega.
fair enough.
Like, yeah.
Is there a bodega cat involved here?
Oh yeah, I own a cat. The most comfortable thing for me is being a cat owner.
Okay.
Cats is pretty normal in my lifetime. Like it's either a cat or a hairless chihuahua because the way rent is set up in New York, having a small animal doesn't raise your rent. That's a secret.
Huh.
For
Okay.
people, so for people that want to be pet owners, the real reason why, if you know someone that lives in a New York apartment, the main reason why they have a hairless chihuahua is that. And also the ventilation in those apartments are garbage, so a hairless animal is
Yeah.
probably
Get
better.
a hair retained and
hmm
get the with the enzymes.
Yeah,
And it don't
it's not the greatest.
it smell make so okay.
hmm
So we talked about what you did in Philly. Now everybody was in Philly for the big show. Did you partake in the big show?
You talking about WrestleMania?
WrestleMania. Yeah.
No, I came home and I watched it. If that's
That's what I mean. You watched
yeah.
Mania.
I watched it. It was presented to me to go like live, but like I said, I had personal things that I it was more. It
Okay.
just real life took over. But I was able to watch it. I was very entertained.
What'd you think of what was your favorite match? What did you like?
My favorite match on any hour of WWE is what I refer to as the Spanish Power Hour. Okay. WCW, the reason why it hooked me when I was a kid was because that first hour of WCW, where all my amigos went out there and did the greatest lucha performance that you ever did see. I don't know who decided this, and maybe people haven't noticed this, but there has been a dedicated section of wrestling once again where all of the Hispanics go crazy. And it's usually led by Rey Mysterio, and
Hmm.
it's like the 90s all over again.
Hmm.
So any match where and it was in succession. I believe it went, I could be wrong, but they felt so close together. It was um it was the Final Testament versus Bobby and the Street Profits,
Hmm.
and then I feel like the LWO versus Dom and Legado was like back-to-back matches. I could be wrong, but those matches felt very close together. I love
Oh,
those matches um because I like shenanigans in my wrestling.
oh yes.
If you haven't noticed by the way I perform, I
Hey,
love my
listen.
wrestling with shenanigans.
One thing
So I
about that
love it.
nigga Andino, if he
I
gonna
love
shenan, he gonna
I
shenan
love
again.
I love that was amazing. I'm gonna put that on a shirt. I know, like, I knew what time it was when during their entrances, when Santos came out, his guys were in gear, even though they weren't scheduled to perform.
Hmm.
So I knew immediately we're gonna shenan.
Oh
Like
yeah,
that
absolutely.
when I saw that people that weren't scheduled to perform were in wrestling gear, I knew what time it was.
Oh yeah, whole time,
I
man.
loved it. It was a tag team match that was a 4-on-4 match. It was awesome. Um, I like the Final Testament versus the Bobby Street Profits match because everybody else had a professional wrestling match that day.
Yes.
They had a performance.
Stand out,
I like stuff like that. These are the things I'm going to appreciate. And the reason why I attest that as a part of the Power Hour is because um,
Bobby.
Bobby and Karrion Cross.
Ah, yes, that's right.
That's a Puerto Rican.
I be forgetting. Like you look at
I
it, that
know.
is
I
that's a
never do.
giant. Well, I mean, I'm not Puerto
Karrion
Rican, so
Cross, before the public was well aware of it when he started growing his hair out, I could see it because I got cousins that look like him.
Just like you, man. That's a big,
Mm-hmm.
yeah, that's a big joker, son. That's a big
Mm-hmm.
guy. That's a big
Mm-hmm.
dude.
There's a Puerto Rican
Um,
that boxes that look like Karrion Cross. You go like there's 6'2" Puerto Ricans that box at like over north of 200 pounds that look just like Karrion Cross. I promise you, like they look like that. They look like that, tattoos and all.
listen, there was something special about brother Calvin Brodus, Snoop Dogg, as it will, and Pat McAfee. That connection was absolutely magic, man, and very fun to watch. Um,
Oh,
are
and they
you?
had Bubba Ray out there, so like the New York in me was excited too. Yeah, that match had everything. It had something for Philly. It had something for before the Cody Roman match. That match, all the same things that the Cody Roman match fulfilled, that match fulfilled as well. Nostalgia,
Mm-hmm.
shenanigans, good wrestling in between,
Hmm.
good performances, stunts, viral moments, a little bit of everything, an opportunity for everyone involved to look good.
Yeah.
It was awesome.
So then, what did you think about that main event? Apparently, you liked it. How do you feel about the results? And because a lot of folks is,
I
wishy
understand.
washy on it.
I understand the results. I love the match. I personally was, and maybe because I was married to the idea, so like maybe that's why I feel the way I feel. But I was, I was ready for Roman to be top three in the records. Like, I get it. You do this match twice and he beats him. It's going to be so hard to try to sell us on a third match.
Mhm.
Speak for yourself if you feel that way, honestly, because I feel like you introducing The Rock, it
Mhm.
feels like it doesn't feel like Cody versus Roman again. Now it's the bloodline versus Cody's alliance. You
I
know,
think,
like that.
but I feel like we're still gonna get that.
No, I know. I think that match is still gonna happen, but I just feel like you you keep harping on this record, and he's only but a few hundred days away from beating Hogan and being top three. And then in the modern era, bro,
So I think that was always the thing about that record thing for me is if you ain't going for the absolute record, what
sure,
are,
but
what are we talking about then?
2,000 plus days is we getting a little out of hand.
No, exactly. And I think
But I feel like,
it's not
oh,
possible in this era of
you're saying
wrestling.
if if you're gonna play with it, go all the way.
Yeah, like if you're gonna talk about, I don't nobody
I
want
get
no
it.
goddamn second, third place. That don't you
I
don't
get
got
it.
the record,
I get it. I get it.
right?
I do
Um,
understand it.
I think the one thing though is if you say you let Cody get beat again this year, you also let him win your Royal Rumble 2 times in a row. Now you somewhat nerfing the Royal Rumble, right?
Yes
Because
and
now you
no.
trashing the winner of the Royal Rumble 2 years in a row.
No, because to me it's like I look at it as real life.
Okay.
You could come back to that job interview better than the last time you did it, but you might not still get the job. You know, like you can still build your resume. You know, like to me, and you know what else it was? I didn't need Cody to beat him at Mania. I just needed Cody to beat him, period. So to me, because someone did the math for me, I wish I had the number in my head. But once Roman hit about 1,500 days, and now he's like a couple 20 plus days past Hogan, you do realize there's an MSG show around what would have been Roman's 1,500 plus days, right?
Is that in
I
September?
I was I was married to the idea of Cody beating him at MSG specifically because that's the place Dusty lost. Like
We
the
get
place.
one and fake one and then lost.
So
The only
I would have liked for he beats Hogan's record and
Mhm.
Cody gets the belt specifically at MSG. And it ain't even New York bias. I just like the idea of recreating that photo in the same place.
Well, the cool thing about it is the record now is 1-1, right?
Yeah, you could. Yeah, now a third match can still happen.
Correct. So
Yeah,
but you're not locked into
yeah.
when that third match has to happen. It can happen down the road. It could happen when he come right back. It either way. But I'm really interested just into where things go because there's so many folks now that are involved. There's so many things that shoot off and all that, man. I think it's an interesting time of year because this is a time of year pre draft where the truth is the stuff happening isn't that consequential
Right.
because half these folks ain't gonna be in the same shows or in the same beefs.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So
Right.
right, yeah, it as we go along, things are going to start to happen, and we shall see, man.
No, it's
I'm.
it's it's an exciting time. And
Mhm.
the one thing that the draft does every year, and they don't always do it the best, but when the draft starts separating specific entities,
Mhm.
sometimes it turns into a beautiful thing, sometimes it's a disaster. But I'm curious if they're gonna pull certain triggers,
I
you
mean,
know.
this feels like a street profits conversation. To be honest, this
I
feels like a street
I
profits.
hate that people want them separated.
No, but that's I mean that's
No,
who
I
we
know.
hear.
Like I see it on the internet every day and it pisses me off. It pisses me off. I don't understand. I get it. Montez is as talented as he is. I really do.
Mhm.
But I understand wanting to separate guys when one is clearly a star and the other one we could do without.
Okay.
I don't like this narrative that Angelo Dawkins is not a stud. I hate this narrative. I don't understand where it came from.
Mhm.
We Angelo Dawkins was like that before Montez was on our screens. Like
Mhm.
you remember when he was doing this angle of like trying to find a tag partner before Jason Jordan?
His gear was worse than it is now.
If it's a gear thing, that's an aesthetic conversation.
Yes,
But
absolutely.
I'm just talking about when the bell rings and when
Mhm.
you need a microphone, when you need to talk, when you need to work, when you need to look. He is believable as hell to me.
Oh yeah, big dude. Yeah.
He moves like lightning. He could believably knock a human being out in a real fight.
Yep.
He's entertaining as all hell. And in every match I've seen him in, he works hard. I
Yeah.
don't understand this Angelo Dawkins hate. I've never been on board for it. Maybe because I was a mark for him like since NXT, so like maybe I'm biased about it. And
Okay.
I feel like the way Jason Jordan, nothing to Jason Jordan, but
Mhm.
I remember Angelo Dawkins doing that storyline first.
Right.
And all the same cool things that happened for Jason Jordan, I think Angelo Dawkins could have did. I don't know. So maybe it's a personal thing for me, but the brother good. Like I don't know.
Yeah. I think the thing is he's a stud, as you used
Mhm.
earlier. But the question is he a star, right? And I think that's kind of where people might. I ain't gonna say find issue, but they see of course, the Sean Genetti thing, and I think that's what everybody wants to see, and people love this love for history to repeat. I think that's where they want to see it, but we just saw it with we really just saw it with Trick and Mello.
But see, that's the thing with that I hate too. I want to do some more storylines where two guys just separate to separate and not it has to be this who's better now thing.
Mhm.
Like, I forgot what tag team did it, but when they got drafted to different shows, they just shook hands. And it was this thing of
Mhm.
like, this is what we got into the business. And like, we became a tag team, but like, our initial goal was obviously to be like a single champion. So, they shook hands and it wasn't like, now who's projected to be better? Like, it was just, all right. I don't know why they didn't do more. I don't know why I can't remember who it was.
I mean, I remember the only team I do remember somewhat like that. I mean, there was some sad faces, but New Day when they split the New Day up, which
Yeah.
led eventually to Big E's title reign.
Yeah.
Um, but yeah, I mean,
I
they
think
did it.
more teams need to separate like that. It needs to be a hey brother, the cards fell that way, but hey, at the end of the day, we didn't get into wrestling as a tag team. We got into wrestling as individuals. So clearly we had individual goals. Let's take advantage of the moment. Good luck to you. Love. Let's go both be the best baby faces on our respective shows. And then they do that little moment at like a pay-per-view like Survivor Series where they're both holding mid-card titles, usually is the case. And they're all like, hey, look at us. Who'd have thought?
Look at us.
Like, they need to do that more.
Yeah.
It doesn't always need to be split up and someone needs to be great and the other one needs to suck for the narrative's sake. I hate that. It doesn't always need to be like that.
Yeah, I think the thing is though, to get there, both parties need to be able to get busy.
Right.
Who's who's your favorite heel on TV and who's your favorite heel on the Indies? Like bad guy.
My favorite heel on TV, like we talking like TV programs, period.
Yes.
Man, I like that other Samoan named Joe.
Mm.
Like, I like that Samoa Joe, boy. I don't. I like my heels when they're not trying to be bad guys. They just are bad people that are the man. I don't.
I like
I don't.
it.
I don't like. You know, like I get the name is called a heel and stuff like that, but Samoa Joe doesn't feel like a heel. He just feels like a bad boy. Like,
Yeah.
I like that's how I like my heels. I like my heels where it's like I'm booing you because I know inherently if I have any types of morals, I should not applaud your behavior.
However, from time to time, you
You know what
just
I'm
do some
saying?
cool
Because
stuff.
the crowd still jack him because it's like, I know I'm gonna get a good wrestling match.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? So I like them type of heels, but I do also like the heels where it's like, nah, I just hate you. So I do like those guys too. But right now, Samoa Joe is doing the I'm just a bad guy bit
Mm-hmm.
better than everybody right now. So definitely Samoa Joe right now.
Mm-hmm.
And on the indies, my favorite bad guy. I can't say me, right? That's just
I
easy.
mean, you can, but I would feel like I would like to hear you and who else.
I mean, the pastor always tells me that you should prioritize God's favorite son, and God's favorite son in your eyes should always be yourself. So,
Fair enough.
I love me some me, thank you, Jesus. But
Mm-hmm.
besides me, God, I mean, but like who's rocking with me? So, you know what I mean? Um uh who's it? And I'm not gonna say a heel that's only a heel on some shows and then he's a good guy on other shows. If I'm gonna give somebody else some love, it's gonna be somebody who's everywhere he performs,
Mm-hmm.
he's a bad guy. No offense to nobody. That's just me.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, uh, well, no. Let me not roll my eyes because he gives me credit and love and shouts out and both publicly and privately quite often. So you know, I don't want to like harp on people that wouldn't say your name in rooms. So I'll say someone who would also give me some damn credit and isn't phony about it. Darius Carter,
Hmm.
an easy one, you know. Um,
Mm-hmm. I would
well, I
agree.
mean, let me not say easy because like if it was easy, he wouldn't be on the indie side of things. He should be on television.
Mm-hmm.
So, but I mean, people make bad wrestling decisions every day, behind the pencil.
Yeah, they
Um,
don't know.
yeah. But irregardless, I'd have to say him
Did
because
did the Undertaker just visit your house? Did he bring the lights down? What
oh,
happened?
did it get dark?
Yeah, it got dark in there.
Oh snap! Hold on, I can fix it.
The Undertaker came and visited you. I mean, you know what I'm saying? He heard Babyface in here. He said, "Y'all using terms from the business. Don't use it."
Right,
You know
right.
what I'm saying?
I ain't even. I got you. Bow.
Oh, there it is.
Yeah. I ain't had no lights on, but the blinds was up. But it is getting later.
Yeah, it's getting real dusky out here.
All right,
Um,
my face did the Undertaker.
Real getting real dusky. Is there how important is that dynamic still? Because everybody wants to be cool, right?
That's
Everybody
the
wants to be
beef.
cool.
That's the beef. That's why I feel like people like my stuff because I'm not trying to be cool. Like I'm not trying to do the to me there's three heel archetypes that people do entirely too much and they most of the time they don't even do them good. Um Sniveling,
Mm-hmm.
they do their best Draco Malfoy impersonation. Rich, everyone's a baller somehow but they live in a one bedroom apartment and their girlfriend's paying the rent.
Shout out to
Um
her,
that's I can't relate. But
my man.
Hey, listen, I can afford having a child. These guys out here cheat on their wives, but that's a. Whoa, what am I doing? I'm so sorry. We're live too. Oops.
Whew,
Uh,
whew.
damn it. I'm doing so good. Uh, but so I said sniveling, rich, and tough guy.
Mhm,
The
mhm.
I'm I'm from somewhere tough, and I'm a tough person, and I'm mean, and like no, you're not. You're a sweetheart. You go to church on Sundays. You know what I'm
We lost. We lost you. I don't know what happened.
my
What?
what's it called? The AirPods got connected by accident.
Ah.
Um, but no, like these dudes, like, dude, listen, you're a sweetheart. You're a good guy. You visit your mom every Sunday. You go to church. You're the usher. You're a nice guy. Okay. So like it's never gonna come off real. To me, the best heels have inherently some level of actual rudeness to them. Like
Hmm.
I'm good at being a bad guy, so to speak, because for better or for worse, I was raised in a terrible area. So I've been around the type of people that if you're that kind of sweetheart, then your pockets is empty and you're walking home barefoot.
Hmm.
So like I do think I'm a sweetheart. I think I'm a nice guy, but I have the ability to be a horrible person because I don't hide from the horrible person that exists inside me. Like I know he's there. I don't think I'm a good guy. I know I have the ability to be, but
Okay. So it takes that try, right? But if some
I'm in
days
there.
you,
Eh,
yeah, some days you don't need to try. Some
no,
days they gonna get who they get.
yeah,
Um.
I should never be in customer service work because I'm not a good overall nice human being to regular people.
Hmm.
Yeah, so that's
There's a
that.
difference. There's a difference in being a nice guy and a good guy. The nice guy tries. The good guy is just who he is. Um.
I like that.
Where? Um. What are we seeing Sunday? This Sunday coming up.
uh Besides myself, I do want to highlight some matches that I feel like should get attention
Okay.
because, regardless, like I said from the beginning, I'm not the Chocolate City champion just by title. I'm the Chocolate City champion because I really do care about the DMV and DC as a whole.
Okay.
Um, a match I feel like everyone should be paying attention to is the sleeper match, the meat match. Pause. You've been to plenty of fight shows. Have you noticed that there's always a meat match?
Absolutely.
That's on purpose. And it's been like that before Big E said that, which I think is so funny because now there's a title for it. Like as far as like the claim of it, like all these big guys now, like really it's like big guys are back, pause. You feel what I'm saying? So like I love that for them. And as a as a recovering fat man, there's peace in me seeing that for the big guys.
Covering Fat Man is amazing.
Yeah, I used to be a lot bigger than I am. But so Tiberius versus Gabriel Kai.
Mhm.
We could
Rubber match
curse.
from a couple of fights ago,
We
right?
could curse.
Yeah, please get busy.
Fuck Gabriel Kai,
Ha!
but brother's talented.
Mhm.
Fuck Tiberius, but brother's talented. You got two dudes close. Well, one is 300 pounds. Or no, he's lost enough weight. I think he's actually gotten under 300 pounds being Gabriel Kai. But he's definitely north of the high 260s. And I'm almost 100% sure. No, not 100. I'm 100% sure Tiberius is north of 250.
Oh yeah, yeah,
So you
absolutely.
got two dudes, you put them together. We talking past five, my 600-pound life when they're together,
Yeah.
right? And they
Mhm.
can move. They're not just big, they can move, right? They have agility. They can go for 20 plus minutes. They have good stamina.
Mhm.
They're creative. They're not just two dudes that do the standard big guy moves. You're not going to see two guys do their best sidewalk slam, right? You know, these dudes can actually jump.
Mhm.
You can get a piece of paper under them if they went for a jump, right? They're not Nikola Jokic with the athleticism.
Mhm.
But so and also they really want to beat each other. No
Mhm.
Diddy. No Diddy. Yeah, no Diddy on that. But so And also, both these dudes want to be the champ. Hey, Gabe, you lost. You're in the back of the line. You're trying to get yourself back in contention. Beating Tiberius is a hell of a way to do it. Tiberius, you've been yelling every other minute you can when there's a camera that's got a red light on it about taking a shot at the big dogs. So hey, win a marquee match and nobody could. Hey, I'm not the one that determines what is or what isn't a number one contender match, but I can't pretend like after this match, fuck Kazama and the rest of management. But if I get that,
I didn't say that, y'all. Y'all cool with me.
If I get that phone call being told, hey, next show, you versus the winner of that match, that's gonna be one of those times I won't be upset. It'll be fair in every way. I could give a fuck, but I gotta call a spade a spade. And then after that, another first in the main event. Can you believe this is my first main event for Fight? Different conversation. But for the first time in Fight's history, the only man to be at every single fucking show is finally in the main event. In another Fight first, fans bring the weapons match against Mr. Interrupting Panels, Mr. You want to talk about tag teams that need to break up?
Not
one half of Silent Storm.
Silent Storm.
Mike Jannetty Thunder.
No.
But Murmur's the best between the two of them.
Because he got a mask?
No, because he. Have you seen Murmur wrestle?
Yeah.
That brother.
Yeah, they get busy. That
brother. No, he get busy.
They get busy.
Mike be there.
Mike be.
Murmur is one of them ones. Why Murmur ain't getting a Chocolate City Championship match?
Maybe that because he got a mask. Is that because he got a mask?
What that got to do with anything?
I don't know.
I ain't never met a masked wrestler that ain't, being a masked wrestler don't mean you good or bad. It's what happens when it matters. And he got hearing problems. He's hearing impaired.
No, I was not aware. I was absolutely not aware of that.
Yeah, the brother's. I don't know if he's fully deaf, but the brother is hearing impaired.
His ears are probably like my eyes. Like
he has a hearing aid.
Really?
Yeah, there's a hearing aid under there.
No, I didn't know that.
He speaks sign language. I shit you not.
You can't. There's a whole lot. Like, how you
go watch one of his promos? He sounds like, no disrespect, a deaf person.
Okay.
Yeah, like the brother speaks in sign language. And the crazy thing is, when he be doing all that shit with when he be throwing up them gang signs and like the captions come in, he be dropping bars. He did one promo. He said, I may not be able to listen good, but that's a blessing. So I don't got to listen to your ugly ass voice if it's anything like your face.
Wow.
That was hard. He used his disability as a advantage. Awesome. He would never say that to me because I'm good to look at, but I still thought it was good. And then when the camera panned to the other dude, motherfucker was ugly.
That always helps. Awesome. Truth always helps.
It was awesome. Murmur's like that. Why we not talk about Murmur more?
We might have to.
Come on,
might have to.
Hashtag more Murmur.
Hey, more Murmur in the earth,
man. Throw the M's up, word. Throw the M's up.
Word.
Fuck Mike Thunder. Yeah, he need to break up with his ass. Hey, Murmur, come to the block.
God dang it.
We'll treat you like you worth something.
Hey, man, tell me about the block. Like, when we, full disclosure. You know what I mean? We tried to put it together, but we couldn't really make it happen. I got a lot of stuff going on here.
So this is awesome because the reason why they're not all available is because some of them are wrestling, probably right now.
Get busy, folks.
Taylor is kicking some kid named Demo's ass right now in the intergender match.
Nice.
Yeah, because she's like that, and I think we need to highlight Taylor more.
Listen, I've had her talks with her, Mr. Top #1, coming on together and having a conversation. We're gonna put that in the work.
My favorite couple besides me and my wife.
My man.
I will protect them at all costs. I will keep them away from all the bad things on in the turmoils of wrestling as much as I can. I won't say what promotion they're working at because I don't agree with their practices, but hey, doesn't matter.
Fair enough.
But they're getting their money. They're doing what they can as young kids. What's her name? Vic Walker is taking time because he also is wrestling tomorrow.
Okay.
And what's it called? Keys is also wrestling tomorrow. All of us are wrestling either the day before Sunday or today.
Okay.
So they weren't available. My show's tomorrow. They're not as I'm not trying to discredit them. It's just something they're not used to yet because all of them are very early in their careers.
Mm-hmm.
Multitasking on a high degree for wrestling, promotion, multiple shows, the mental taxation that comes with that, they haven't gotten there yet. I'm a parent, so multitasking and time management I've gotten really good at. So it's more of a youth thing for them. They'll get there. Doing an interview on Friday and then going to a show and then doing another show the next day and then defending a title on a Sunday. That's regular for me.
Right.
This is something that they're learning. They still get excited when they have multiple shows in 1 month.
Mm.
I pack my bag and do my job.
Yep.
They're in their early 20s. It's exciting for them to show the bartender their ID. It's not it's not their fault.
Yeah, at this point I'm insulted. Like, all right,
Yeah,
man.
yeah, you know what I'm saying? I've reached that level too where it's just like if I get asked for my card, I look at the bartender like you could lose your tip with that kind of disrespect. Like, but yeah, no, that's time.
Hey man, listen, when you
Yeah.
get a little further down the road, you be like, look, they ask you for your ID, it's a chore, but then you be like, well, god dang, ain't nobody, they've been calling me sir and OG all night. You know what I'm saying? So
You take the
sometimes
compliment where you get them.
yeah, absolutely.
Okay.
You know what I mean? Wherever
Okay.
your plant get watered, sometimes you're gonna go ahead and soak it up. There's it's a battle royal.
Good. Let me do my job and actually explain the match because there seems to be confusion.
Yeah, it
So
seems the
I
rules
got you. I
Royal
got you.
Rumble-esque
I
is
got
a
you.
chase.
So I don't know if you saw my tweet about me being facetious but also low-key honest that there's a model that is followed at every single fight show.
Mhm.
I believe one of those matches I said was the Kazama something match. Hold on, let me. The beautiful thing is I'm not using my phone. I can get it in front of you right now. Let me quote myself correctly.
Okay.
Let me be
Yeah, I
clear.
saw that there's a lot of
Mhm.
Andino and the block, and you know what I'm
So,
saying?
not in any order.
Okay.
Young from the DMV match. So we like to give young guys in the DMV that don't get opportunities matches.
Shout
The
out to Mo.
block, the
Shout out to
block.
Mo, Joe, Joe.
Grim versus match because Grim versus anybody is a highlight match.
It is.
Uh,
Shout out to Grim.
tag something because we like tag team wrestling. The
It's
white,
usually Silent Storm.
the whites.
Ah,
Uh,
yes, the whites will come in and main
they
man.
they be there. They be there. They be there. The
Yeah,
white.
me main man. Yeah, the one man with them
Whatever.
pants and that Jericho shirt.
This the Black Wrestling Podcast. We don't need to talk about that.
Main man with the belt. Anyway,
That's
keep going.
the Black Wrestling Podcast.
Fair enough.
Pause. No Diddy. Meat. Uh, 7. Here, bruh, damn match, which is usually. I don't want to speak to what that actually means because then that requires me to like say negative things, and I'm trying to be a nice human being on a Friday.
Shout out to you for that.
8, the Kazama something crazy match, because
Mhm.
that son of a bitch is always trying to create and do something crazy. That's this match.
Okay.
That doesn't mean that it's going to be 8th. Like I said, that was not in any order. The Kazama something crazy match of the day is the Cherry Blossom Festival match. Cherry Blossom Festival match is going to be a battle royal that when the final 2 participants are determined will then turn into a first to pinfall match.
Nice.
So let me see. I got you right here. I'll give you the actual off the page rules. 2 fighters start every 45 seconds. The 4-5 is on purpose instead of 30 because we black and we say 4-5.
Okay.
So 2 fighters start every 4-5 seconds. A new entrant will enter the match. A fighter is eliminated if they go over the top rope. So good old fashioned. This will continue until there are 2 fighters left. When the 2 fighters remain, the festival can be ended via pinfall or submission. So a secret about the Kazama something matches, it's usually some shit you would see in old 2001 to 2003 Asylum TNA.
I like it. I like it.
He's obsessed with that era of wrestling. So whenever someone's dumb enough to let him create something, that's where his dumb ass takes it.
Hmm. Okay.
So something you could assume would end with young AJ Styles and Christopher Daniels or Samoa Joe, one of them top X Division guys, Kazarian. Something you could see them being like the finals guys about. That's usually what the hell he puts together. Fucking
Dope.
guy.
Dope.
Yeah. Tavon's
So,
gonna win it though, so it doesn't really matter.
hey man, my man, Mr. Top Number One, that's my guy.
Yeah, you see, he was the first entrant.
Yeah. I mean, on the graphic, it's him.
Because he's the
So,
top one. It's
my
not just the
man.
name, not just the name. You know,
So, all
I'm not.
right, man.
I'm not gonna call him Mr. Amazing because that just feels like something his girlfriend should call him.
Hey, fair enough.
I'm an adult. I'm gonna call him Tavon.
So, let's get down to brass tacks, though.
Go.
What we here to talk about? You know what I'm saying? That's nice. You know what I mean? It's a nice little graphic that
Shout
they put
out to
together.
Rob Radke.
Oh, my man, that's my guy.
So he's not only a great wrestler, a great performer, a guy I've beaten more than once. He is very good at making good wrestling flyers and posters because you know these wrestling promotions, they be doing God knows what and be thinking people are gonna come watch it, and it be aesthetic garbage. I'm like, you know, for
Hey,
crying out,
listen,
you
I
trying to
don't know
sell
you.
me on something, but goddamn,
You guys did amazing with those the Def Jam graphics last.
Rob Radke,
Yeah,
Rob
we're gonna have to
Radke,
talk. Rob, I didn't know that was you. You my guy. We're gonna
Rob
talk.
Radke. Let me tell you, the best decision you can make as a promoter slash booker, you could pay Rob to wrestle and pay him to make your graphics.
Pay him twice, god dang it.
Pay the motherfucker twice. You won't be mad.
God
Because
dang it.
when the bell rings, you'll be happy with what happens. And
Mhm.
before the bell rings, and when you start promoting your show, you'll be happy with what happens.
Yep.
So Rob Radke, shout out to him.
Hey man,
Clip
shout out to
clip
Rob.
that. That's my guy.
Absolutely. So what are we doing here, man? Talk to me.
You see how it says a C next to my name, right?
Uh-huh.
So that's not going to change, right? So bell time is 6 o'clock. American Legion, Cheverly, Maryland. I'll just turn this into a promo. Sunday, April 21st. American Legion, Cheverly, Maryland. Andino versus Mike Thunder, or Mike Thunder attempting to be somebody in front of Andino, because again, Mike Thunder should be standing behind the ropes, holding a tag rope, waiting for Murmur to tell him when it's his turn to do something cool, because you know. Yeah, yeah. So fans bring the weapons match because management hates me and they're trying to do everything in their power to stop me from being the Chocolate City champion, which is crazy because you know with our current and our last champions, we've had 4 champions in total. Me being one of the 4, and I'm the most active, proactive, present champion they've ever had, and yet somehow they want me to be the guy to not. I don't understand. You would think they would want me to stay the champion since, I do my duties. But hey, people are going to bring their weapons. The crowd is going to hate me. They're going to try to bring things to do me harm, but
So let's because we
it's not going
gotta
to work out.
we need to clear this up, right? There's a you can't just bring like a spike, like this ain't Wu-Tang skit. Like you
Excuse me.
can't bring the spike back.
So I'm glad that they wasted their time putting that out there, but I don't think people are going to listen
Okay.
because I feel like, again, this is a place of rules. Even in a no rules match, there's certain things we're not allowed to do because of the Maryland Athletic Commission.
Yep.
So you can't bring a spiked bat.
Nah, you know what I mean? Shout out to Method Man.
If that's what you do, that's your business.
Proud.
But here's the other thing. It says fans bring the weapons. It doesn't say fans hit you with the weapons. So you can bring whatever you want. It's up to the competitors to use them. And here's the beautiful thing. If Mike Thunder gets too excited, overzealous, and grabs the nearest weapon that the Maryland Athletic Commission will deem disqualified, guess what'll happen? The match will get thrown out.
Champion's advantage.
So Mike, if you want to be stupid and pretend like you don't know the Maryland rules, even though you were trained in a Maryland wrestling. Uh, you were trained in MCW,
Okay.
so you know the Maryland rules because the Maryland Athletic Commission is present even for their damn small shows. So you frequent the Maryland Athletic Commission. So one thing I can guarantee is Mike's Maryland wrestling license is up to date
Huh?
because he has no freaking choice. So Mike, you know the look at me, Mike. You know the damn rules. Break them if you want to. I will contently take my win. I'm not one of these guys that does this fighting for honor bullshit. Okay, my goal is to get paid and go home, look at my wife, and get laid and contemplate making another baby. If you want to put more money in my pocket faster, you be dumb enough to do that. That's between you and your idiocy. Me on the smart side of town, where the winners lay down, right here with this nice headboard that I bought with my money, winning matches. You know what I'm gonna do? I'm going to get the W any way possible.
Mm.
So yeah, that. I mean, but if someone wants to bring a gun, I'll shoot the shit out that boy. I could care less.
God dang it. Listen, don't bring no
They can't.
goddamn guns. Listen,
They
no, no,
can't.
no.
They can't.
Wait, no. Don't bring no guns. I'm gonna be
I
there.
am a licensed. I own a Maryland. Like I have a license to carry.
No, don't bring no gun. I'm gonna be
If
there. I don't want to.
I will officially clip that boy.
Look, if you bring a gun, we're gonna beat you up.
I mean, yeah, I can't. Hey, look, if you get beat up, that's between you and them.
Don't bring no gun.
I won't stop them from whooping your ass for being stupid enough to bring a gun. But if you're gonna be stupid enough to bring a gun, if you think that Mike will be more effective with a gun than me, you're mistaken.
Yeah, man, you heard it here first. Andino is shooting niggas.
I served 8 years in the Army. People forget.
I did not think you were gonna say the Army.
People forget this. People forget this about me. I served 8 years in the Army, and I'm currently licensed to carry.
Yeah, I did not.
My real life job, because I'm not one of these phony wrestlers that pretend like I don't have a real job or pretend to have money. No, I work a real job, and I get paid to threaten people to not violate codes, or you will get shot. So for the majority of my adult life, I have been paid to be prepared to effectively put someone to sleep permanently. So I'm not. That doesn't scare me.
I'm gonna be honest. This took a turn.
Hey, I just want to let people know. I saw some people tweeting, joking about bringing guns.
Why would you joke?
Guns ain't funny to me. That's why I'm saying this.
Yeah, I don't.
Listen, guns don't kill people. People with guns kill people.
Yeah, it's a fact.
So if you want to be dismissive and make jokes about guns, have a blast.
No, don't have a blast.
You be smart or be stupid. Both things are choices.
Yes, absolutely correct.
Hey, gun safety is real. Get your license if you want to be a shooter.
Yeah, get that SQL, man. Y'all niggas out here.
Do what you're supposed to do. My cousin teaches a class. You heard? Go holler at him.
Shout out to Cuz.
Pay my dog.
That's what's up, Andino. We are going to get out of here.
Yes, sir.
Before we do,
ended it on gun violence.
Absolutely, absolutely, man. You've been talking to folks. You've been talking to folks in the building. Oh man, that Brooke v. Jordan Blade match too. Jordan Blade has been different since she went overseas. She's been different.
2 people I've beaten for the Chocolate City Championship, but that's a different. I mean, shout out to them though. That match is gonna bang. That match is gonna bang. Don't get me wrong. That match is gonna bang.
Absolutely, man. But yeah, man. One last time, Sunday, April 21st, 3608 Legion Drive, Cheverly, Maryland. You know what I mean? You're gonna make that left, and then you meet that right, and then make another left, and then you get it right in there. So
here's a quick shout out because she's on the poster. Mm-hmm. Avery Jackson's back, y'all.
Oh yeah, I was there. She got hurt, right?
Mm-hmm. There you go. She's already like been back like wrestling, but I mean I'm pretty sure this is gonna be her first time back in the DMV since her injury. I could be wrong. No, because she wrestled at Next Up, Virginia. But this is definitely gonna be her first time back in Maryland.
Okay, that's amazing.
So congrats. Glad that you're healthy. Stay the fuck out the block's way. I know you got your little relationship with some of my guys. That's cute. That's cool. But when it's block business, mind yours.
Mm.
And you could probably stay on them feet a lot longer. It would be a shame. It'd be a shame. Now that you wear a knee brace, it's a lot louder. Hey, so hey, I know you're young. Be mindful. You have a target on your kneecap, and I see it. So don't be stupid. God bless you though. Health and prosperity. Watch your fucking mouth. All that good stuff. I just feel like we got to protect Black women.
Hey, at all costs.
At all costs.
At all costs,
even
man.
from themselves. All right, even from themselves. All right, Avery. Watch what the fuck you do. It'd be a shame.
All right, man.
It should be crazy.
While we getting out of here, brother Andino, tell the folks where they can get at you on social media.
I was smart enough this time. I put it on my actual title at @studio_Andino on all platforms, Twitter, X, Instagram. I have a Facebook like page. You can go do that if you're into that. I don't use Spill anymore. It's supposed to be the Black Twitter. We failed. So I'm on that. But if you want to follow me, it's there. I'll be at SWA tomorrow. I'll be at F1ght on Sunday. I don't know I forget if it's next week or not, but yeah, let's just talk about this week. That's what I'm doing Saturday and Sunday. Come out, come see me, give me money, take pictures with me, keep your white children away from me, wash your hands, wash your ass. Sunday is supposed to be God's day, so act like you got some damn sense. That's what I got for you. Make sure you follow Fam and the Black Wrestling Podcast on all platforms.
Yeah, right around you.
Follow all those. Don't just watch the show. Subscribe, damn it.
Right, brother man.
Hit the subscribe button. Hit the like button. Hit
brother
the share
Cash,
button.
Mr. Mimi, brother DDM.
Stop saying Black Lives Matter, but forget to promote Black businesses.
Yeah, man. Remember the Black lives are still living.
Hit them damn buttons. It's nothing but doing this.
Hit the thumbs up.
Just go do it. You hear that cool ass music in the background? Yeah, don't you want to watch some more?
You know what I'm saying?
Come on, man. Black Wrestling Podcast with the aura. If you black, do it right.
That should be the tagline.
Come on,
if you black, do it right.
Come on, man. Don't just say it, do it. Look at the belt. Oh, come on, man.
Oh, hey, this goes on the line too. I defend this, but you gotta outbuy me.
It's the you ain't never gonna lose that one, pimp. bad podcaster in the land.
Say the pod.
And we excited for when y'all come back with something else.
Oh yeah.
See that? Yeah. Go like and subscribe that too.
Absolutely.
Go follow that page too.
We outside. We all outside.
Go check out the merch on foryourwear.com.
Oh man, I think they got some of your stuff over there too.
They do.
Yeah, that's what I heard. Yeah.
All this pro-black talk, you put BLM on your bio, but you don't actually buy no black stuff. If it applies to you, you could fix it.
100%.
You hear the music?
Yeah. Hey man, that is going to do it for us. We are getting up out of here, man. Y'all be good. Thank y'all for rock with niggas, man. And you know where you can catch me? Where the bread at? Where the bread at? Or in other words,
because I'm pants. What the what? What a money reside? What a money reside? What a money reside? What a money reside?